It's been a week since a Summerlin man allegedly shot and killed his neighbor, who police say may have been exposing himself. But other neighbors say the alleged shooter's first act of violence came weeks earlier. 8 News Now reporter Ryan Matthew shares one landscaper story who questions what could have been done different this time if more action was taken earlier.
32-year-old Eddie Moreno is out of custody and back home here in this Summerlin neighborhood. His house and the property line where he's accused of killing his neighbor is further up the street, but it's where I'm standing that he allegedly partook in a different kind of argument weeks prior to the shooting, all with a different kind of violence.
He could easily look up my address and find out where I live.
Work has become painful for 30-year-old landscaper Ayla Ahmad. She has a few clients here. The same neighborhood, Eddie Moreno allegedly shot and killed his 47-year-old neighbor, Joe Moreno, on May 13th. He now faces an open murder charge.
And I started banging on my customer's door and yelling and screaming and saying, I need help now, I need help now.
But 5 weeks prior, Ahmad says she was working a job with her business partner and children when Eddie sped around this street corner. She yelled at him to slow down, and he
slammed on his brakes, got out of his car, and started coming at us.
In these documents, Ahmad told police that Eddie was verbally aggressive outside his car, eventually slapping a phone out of her hands before picking up and throwing her down on the ground. She alleges Eddie then left and returned with his wife, who's quoted as telling her husband to go get the gun. These photos from Ahmad show Eddie and his wife in the aftermath.
He picks her up over his head like MMA style and threw her on the street.
This family, who asked to conceal their identities, say they watched the exchange unfold that Ahmad said left her with bruises and a fractured shoulder. They ask for privacy since they claimed using mace on Eddie to end the fight.
I know he's supposed to have limitations, but in my brain I go, well, he knows he's up for murder already. What else could he do, you know?
Whether it's anger or whatever's going on that he thinks that this is an okay way to behave, I'm afraid of what's going to happen to me.
These documents also show police did not respond to the scene until about 4.5 hours after the fight had started. At that time, it was about 11 o'clock at night. It goes on to say they did not make contact with Moreno at the time due to the time of day they responded. Reporting in Summerlin, Ryan Matthew, 8 News Now.
Ryan, thank you. No charges have been filed against Moreno for this incident. His lawyer and wife have repeatedly not responded to our request for comments. Ryan's request for comments and Moreno's open murder charge moves forward now in August.